Welcome to today's podcast episode entitled Embracing Fear, Stepping Outside Your Comfort Zone. We will explore the transformative power of stepping outside our comfort zones and embracing fear as a catalyst for personal growth. What is your biggest fear? Do you have a fear of failing, let's say in your career advancement, public speaking, or personal goals? What about fear of rejection in job application, your social interactions, perhaps in love? What about fear of the unknown? Maybe when you start a new job, traveling to new places, a new relationship. Whatever fear you may have, how do you overcome it? To start, let's define what we mean by comfort zone. Your comfort zone is that psychological space where activities and behaviors fit a routine and pattern that minimizes stress and risk. It's a place where we feel safe, but it can also be a place of stagnation. While staying in this zone feels secure, it often limits our potential for growth and discovery. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is a natural response to stepping out of this comfort zone. It is our brain's way of protecting us from perceived threats. But here's the thing. Most of the time, the fears we face when stepping outside our comfort zones are not about life-threatening dangers, but about the unknown, about failure, or about social judgment. So, what are my fears? I do have a fear of failing. I fear being stagnant, not growing, not advancing in my career. Being a teacher was fulfilling, but I wanted to do more for others. That's why I went for a second master's in school leadership, so I can be a school or district leader and help more people. I also have a fear of rejection, like in friendship or romantic relationships. When I know or feel that it's not mutual or reciprocated, I usually would back out or end it for fear of not being good enough or, fear of being rejected. I'm also not the type of person who will chase after someone even if I really like that person. I guess that's how I was brought up, the old-fashioned way. My belief is that women do not chase, and I know things have changed, but I guess I can't change that upbringing of mine. What about the fear of the unknown? I think that's one aspect of fear that I'm pretty confident. I like change and taking risk. This whole new career change for me is more of a challenge rather than a fear. Understanding this is crucial. Once we recognize that fear in these contexts is not about survival, but about growth, we can start to see it differently. Instead of something to avoid, fear becomes a signal that we are about to embark on, something that would lead to significant personal development. Let me share a story about a woman named Jane. Jane always dreamed of becoming a public speaker, but she was paralyzed by the fear of public speaking. Her comfort zone was her small office where she worked as a writer. But one day, she decided to take a small step outside her comfort zone by joining a local Toastmasters group. The first few meetings were terrifying, but she persisted. She faced her fear head-on, one speech at a time. Over time, not only did her fear diminish, but she also discovered a new passion and talent for public speaking. Today, Jane speaks at conferences and inspires others with her story. Jane's story highlights a key point. Stepping outside your comfort zone often starts with small steps. You don't have to make a giant leap. Small, consistent actions can gradually expand your comfort zone and build your confidence. Like Jane, I want to be a public speaker since I was very young. I remember finding different opportunities to speak. My comfort zone was speaking in front of my family, where I know I'll be accepted. Then I started doing readings at church, giving speeches at weddings, and even during a funeral of my dad and my brother who passed away, I gave the eulogy. When I owned schools in the Philippines, I began going out of my comfort zone since I was speaking not just to the students, but my staff, teachers, and the families of my students as well. I would speak during orientation, school events, and graduation. Being a guest and also appearing on primetime TV in the Philippines because of the success of my school was a big stepping out of my comfort zone, since I was viewed by a much larger audience and it was nationwide. These opportunities, including the ones here in America, like taking the lead on initiatives, leading summer schools, and large events, have prepared me for any speaking engagements that I get invited to. My dream engagement is speaking in TEDx and an opportunity to speak internationally. Here are a few strategies to help you embrace fear and step outside your comfort zone. All right, first, start small. Begin with manageable challenges. If you're afraid of networking, start by attending a small event or even virtual meetups. Gradually increase the scale as you become more comfortable. As soon as I got the opportunity to become a speaker, I grabbed it immediately. The small steps I'm taking include completing the course, posting messages and videos on social media, podcasting, and applying for multiple speaking engagements. All these things are contributing to my speaking career. Second, reframe fear. Change how you perceive fear. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, view it as an indicator that you're growing. Each time you feel fear, remind yourself that it's a sign you're pushing your boundaries. The way I reframe my fears is anticipation of the possibility of failure. This allows me to plan ahead. When I anticipate that, hey, I can fail, it might not work. For example, if I apply for a new job, then unfortunately don't get accepted, I kind of already have my next move, which could be applying to more openings and taking more time and practicing, getting more skills and practicing to get ready for that position. Another way for me to reframe fear is simply embracing failure and letting it be like a life lesson. I simply say, oh, well, it's not for me, or I say there are better things for me. I put this belief in my head that also I can't always get what I want. This kind of thinking really helps me overcome my fears. Third, prepare and plan. Preparation can significantly reduce fear. If you're stepping into a new role at work, take time to learn and practice the necessary skills first. The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll feel. Before leading a summer school with the participation of 3 big elementary schools, that was summer of 2023, I made sure I was prepared for this new role. I got in touch with the previous team lead and asked for as many information as I can. I gathered all the important materials and put it in a big binder, like the staffing program, features of the program, student information, busing, and others. I met with our principal to ask for the guidance when it comes to prioritizing work necessities. I also called the 2 other school principals and introduced myself as the team lead in the summer program to ensure that everything is set on their side. Our school was the host school, so I wanted them to know that we are getting ready for them and getting ready for the program. Also, letting them know that I can be contacted anytime. Like I gave my phone number, all my details. I also coordinated with the cafeteria staff and the transportation department. I led a meeting with the crisis team to ensure the safety of the school, including leading 1 fire drill. These planning and preparation all led to a smooth and successful summer program. 4. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you to step outside your comfort zone. Join groups or find a mentor who has faced similar fears and can offer guidance and encouragement. Like, I joined several groups in social media, groups that I'm aligned with. I'm part of a speaking, podcasting, and book writing, plus recreational groups as well. Travel, fun places to go, let's say in our local city, and others. Number 5, celebrate successes. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements. No matter how small, it's nice to celebrate them. Each step outside your comfort zone is a victory and should be recognized as such. Going out to dinner, meeting up with friends, buying a new car, shopping, buying jewelries, taking a day off or weeks off, traveling, or anything to help you appreciate and celebrate your success and overcoming your fears. Do it. Let's not forget that embracing fear and stepping outside your comfort zone is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. Life constantly presents us with opportunities to grow, and with each step, we build resilience and confidence. And in conclusion, embracing fear and stepping outside your comfort zone is essential for personal growth and self-discovery. It may be uncomfortable and challenging, but the rewards are immense. You'll discover new strengths, develop new skills, and open up new possibilities in your life. This is Candice Ruggiero, your host and speaker, reminding you that the next time fear tries to hold you back, remember that it's not a barrier, but a bridge to a more fulfilling and accomplished you. Thank you for joining today's episode of Embracing Fear, Stepping Outside Your Comfort Zone. I hope you found some valuable insights and feel inspired to take that next step towards your growth. And until the next time, keep embracing fear and stepping boldly outside your comfort zone. Connect with me. My website is www.candiceruggiero.com. Till next time, bye!